Hello everyone, my name is Chance Sweeney and welcome to part 3 of my gun tutorial series. In this tutorial we're actually going to be fixing up the player animation because if you can see here, the hand isn't quite lined up with the gun, so that's what we're going to be fixing, and we'll also be adding ammo and to our player blueprint as well as that to the HUD. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do actually, and you'll see why later, but if you go to the first person, meshes, nope, not that, character mesh, we want to open up the skeleton for our arms. And what we want to do is type in grip up here, the grip point. We want to right click this, add preview asset, and we're actually going to add the gun in here. Now, if you go over here and do an animation preview controller, we're actually going to click use specific animation, and I think we'll just use the idle one, and that's all we're going to do for now. You'll see why we did this in just a second, but that's all we're going to do for now. Click save, exit out of here. Now we're actually going to navigate to the animation blueprint. So if you go back to the content folder, click first person animations, you want to go to this. There's also another way to get to this in case you don't want to do that. If you still have the first person character up, you can go to the viewport, click on the mesh, and over an animation on the right, animation class, if you click this, it'll take you right to that. So we're going to close out all this real quick so I can focus on the animation blueprint. And we want to go to the anim graph here. So we're going to be adding something in. Because now we can see the gun, and the preview animation is the reason why we did that, but we're going to be doing something here. So if you branch out from this and type in locale to component, branch out with that and do FABRIK, fabric, branch out from that to component to locale, and then you can plug that back into the output pose. Now this is what we want to make changes to, is this fabric thing. So we can uncheck this because we don't need to expose that. And we want to change a few settings here. So the first things first is the effector target. We want this to be the right hand, which is the hand that's holding the gun. And the effector transform space, we want the bone space, and we also want to we'll maintain local rotation relative to the parent. And for the solver, we're going to be typing in hand left, and the root bone will be the upper arm left as well. So what we're doing essentially is we're going to be changing the location of the left hand in relation to the right hand. So in a way, we are attaching the left hand to the right hand. If you click compile, you'll see that the left hand location changes, and we also have this, so we can actually change the location of it. So now wherever this right hand moves, the left hand will move with it. So we can change the location of this hand so that it lines up with the gun. It does look a little bit weird, but I guess that works. I think that's okay. Click compile, save. That's literally all we want to do for this. So now if you go back, you click play, you'll see that the hand is actually attached to the gun now. It's not awkwardly placed in a different location. So now that we have the animation fixed, we can move on to ammo. If you don't want to see that part, then I guess you don't have to. You can leave now if that's all you wanted. But we will mess with the ammo. So if we go back to our character blueprint, we are going to we're gonna add some variables. We can actually get rid of some of these variables too. All four of these. We don't need these. We don't need any of these. But I guess we can keep these because we want no, actually we don't want floats. We want integers. And we're going to click Control W to copy that. And we're going to call this one current ammo. We're going to call this one ammo per mag. And then we're going to make one more and call it ammo reserves. 3 variables for this. So, for ammo per mag, we're going to do 30, and we'll do 30 in the reserves. Current ammo, we're actually going to be doing something a little bit different for that. So, if you go up here, right click, we're going to do event begin play. And from here, we're actually going to set the current ammo. So if you alt left click drag this out, you can also just drag this out and click set. We're going to do this, and we're going to plug in ammo. If we do git, plug that in, ammo per mag, so that once we spawn in, we actually have a full set of ammo. Now, what we're going to go back down to our gun firing stuff here. I kind of want to make this bigger. And we're going to add some stuff here. So, before we can even fire the gun, we want to branch out here. We're also going to bring out our current ammo, alt left click, nope, not alt, control left drag out, or once again you can just drag out, click git. And then we're going to branch out from here. We're going to see if this is less than or equal to 0. And if that's true, we're not going to do anything. And if it's false, we can fire our bullets. But we also want to add one more thing here, is we want to get this again, and we're going to decrement this int each time we fire a bullet. So now, if we fire enough times, 30 times to be exact, we can't fire anymore. So now we need a way to reload. Alright, and so for reloading, let's see here. We're going to add, actually we'll go to project settings, and we're going to go to input, action mapping, and we're actually going to add a key in here for reloading, and that's going to be the R key. So now if we go back to our first person character, we can type in input action, reload. So now we have something similar to input action fire. And so if this is pressed, we're actually going to create a function for this. But before we do that, we want our ammo to be on our HUD, so we're actually going to open up the HUD and add some things in here. So if you go to the bottom right of this canvas panel, we're actually going to add in some text. We're going to add in 2 text. This one's going to be quite small. We're going to edit this. Where's the size? Font size. We're going to edit that to like 12, maybe 8. I'm going to type in a number here just so we can get a... No. This can still be 24. That's going to be here. For this, I guess we'll make this one bigger. We'll do 36. Once again, I'm just going to type in something just so we can see what it looks like. I think that should look alright. So this will be our ammo reserve. And this will be our actual ammo count. Actually, I kind of want to make it a little bit bigger. We'll do 50. That'll do fine. But we actually need a way to actually change these numbers. So if you go to the text that we just created, this one, we can also rename this to ammo count. We can rename this one to reserve count. We're going to create bindings for this text. So if you open this up, click binding, create binding. We're actually going to grab this information from the first person player, the character blueprint. So if you branch out from here and type cast to first person character, and then from here you can do get player character, and now from here we can do get current ammo. We're going to branch out again and do get ammo per mag. And then we're also going to drag out from here real quick and do type in format text, because we want to be able to actually show it like this, because we can't just like plug this in here or whatever. So we're going to do format text, and we're going to type in this curly bracket current ammo curly bracket slash curly bracket ammo per mag curly bracket. If you type enter, two inputs will actually pop up, and we just want to plug those straight in there, and then those will go to the return node. And now, as you can see, we actually have our ammo count, and it's going down as we shoot. Perfect. Also gonna do this. Yeah. Perfect. But we also want to actually see our ammo reserve as well. So we are going to create another binding for this as well. Actually, I think there might be a different way to do this. But for actually, we'll just do it the same way we just did it with the other one. So cast to character. There are better ways to do this, but get ammo. Oops. Cast to first person character. There we go. Almost messed that up. Get ammo reserves. And I can just go straight in. We don't need to format that one. So now we should be able to see our reserves as well. Cool. So that's going to about end it for this tutorial. In the next one, we will basically be creating a way to reload the gun. But for now, we'll be ending off this part with that, and see you guys in the next one.